Welcome in. Welcome back to the Bearded Bros Golf Show. I'm Rod.
And I'm Marcus.
Let's talk about the FedEx Cup and kind of the finale this week.
Yeah,
it's crazy how fast and slow the golf season has been. I hate that we don't
for
have the
real.
wraparound anymore. Because if you live in Texas like we do, like it feels like golf season should be going on for a whole nother
All the time.
3 months. I
Yeah,
mean, Jesus, this heat that we've been experiencing, I get it. Like we're gonna be playing golf for the foreseeable future, and to see professional golf kind of wind down outside of next week, we have the Ryder Cup.
yeah.
LPGA is like flaming the heck out. So we go again with, you know, similar situation to last year. Uh, Scottie Scheffler leading the FedEx Cup, and Rory McIlroy right behind him in the number two spot. Jon Rahm fell off to four this week, which was, he's been playing kind of like garbage lately, and I hate
Yeah,
saying that because I love John, but he's been struggling
yeah.
and hadn't been able to get his swing together, which doesn't bode very well for him heading into the Ryder Cup. So I guess the question is, can Scotty close the deal this year? What do you
No,
think, man? You give him no love?
no. I mean, Viktor Rory is gonna take it. I think, and that's the crazy part because Rory's gonna always do some things where it's like, bro, like this, you got this in the bag, and then you do this, and you're still gonna end
Yeah.
up trying to win it. Or Viktor Hovland just keeps putting the pedal to the metal, and he just goes bonkers since he's already like top three, and he's not gonna be starting that far back anyways. I mean, he probably starting to. I mean, with that win, he's probably second now. He's gonna start 8 under to Scotty's 10 under. He's only two back. I mean,
You're saying for Hovland?
yes.
Let me see here. I
Or
have
is
it pulled
Rory
up.
too? Because I
So
feel
we
like
have
with
Scotty Scheffler
Rory,
one.
you
Yeah,
know,
you're right. Scotty Scheffler one. Victor Hovland two. Rory
you know,
three. Jon Rahm four. Lucas Glover in fifth place.
yeah. I mean, Lucas is gonna have. So for me, Lucas is gonna have to first day make a push. If he doesn't push
Yeah.
on that first day, his honeymoon set is over with. If he makes that push and he goes under 4, 5, gets up around 10, something like that, and then kind of evens some playing fields and goes, I think he has a chance, a legitimate chance. But this is also why, like we were talking about earlier in the season, the point situation, the head starts and stuff like that. I think they got to dead that. I think we got to go back to whoever makes the top 30. I think we all start even playing field again, and we do point
Yeah.
system so that way it's parity again, not just all for one. We're all trying to go for that 19 million, bro. I need somebody to go for the win. Then I need somebody to be like, well, I just need to get top 10 and do the rest and have this shit play
I'm
out, and then I won the FedEx. You know what I'm saying? That's an
I'm
easy 10
no.
mil, and then you got
I
9
know
million going for just a
I'm
win
gonna I'm
of
gonna
the tour championship.
I'm gonna disagree with you here. Here's why.
Okay.
I feel like there's not a way to reward the guys who have performed this year, right? And so it's very interesting when you look at the list of guys who are at the top of the FedEx Cup standings and then the fall off directly underneath that. So
Mhm.
follow me. I'm going to share my screen again just so we can illustrate this point a little bit clearer and it can be seen. So here at the top of the list, we have Scotty Scheffler. The points are one thing, not going to focus on that. But when you look at the total number of wins, Scotty's got two, Hovland's got two, McElroy's got two, Rahm's got four with the major, Lucas Glover's got two, Max Homa's got two, Patrick Cantlay in seventh place with no wins, right? And yes, he's performed, and I'm sure he's been in top tens, top 15s all year. A lot of guys that have won majors are clearly on this list. Brian Harmon, with his major win in the Open. Wyndham Clark with the U.S. Open and also the Wells Fargo. Um, it would be tough to
Yeah, go
punish
all the way down
guys
to the
for
bottom.
winning.
No, no, no,
So
no. That's what I'm saying. Like they're still gonna. That's what I'm saying though. Like you're not punishing them for winning because they already got bread for winning. But I'm saying though, like you got go back up to the top, scroll back up to the top because you got
okay,
well. First of all, prime example, Jon Rahm won 4 times and he's not even number one on the list with a
yeah, but
major.
those early season events, right? So we have him winning the Masters, correct?
Yeah, and the American
And
Express and all that bullshit. But still, 4 wins is 4 wins.
I know, but then you also have to look at yes, it's 4 wins. They were early in the season. I'm pretty sure that American Express has a. They're considering that field pretty weak at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then he hasn't played well the second half of the year at all.
Right.
I mean, at
That's
all. He's
yeah.
been bad.
That's what I'm saying. That like that's see, but that's like I get like why you're using it, but also to like prove my point. I feel like that's also a prime example of why it should be a tournament within a tournament, not all lumped together. Because he could come out of nowhere, have and say he wins two, say he wins the Masters and the American Express. That puts him like
Hmm.
T11 to start or whatever or 11th going into the tour final. And then he gets hot again and he wins the tournament. But because he fell off, like we were talking about, he doesn't deserve to win the actual FedEx Cup. He just played well enough to win the tour championship. And then somebody else that's
Yeah.
been that consistent throughout the year still has enough points, still has enough wherewithal to win the whole thing and get that 10 million. And then whoever won the tour championship gets their little 7.58 cool million and you still getting paid out the wazoo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they should split it back up. But
So
again,
should they so here's another thought or just idea. Should they just kill the FedEx Cup altogether and just end the season and where you end at, you know, maybe add a couple tournaments at the end that are not made, after the Open. Do you play a few more tournaments and the points are the
like
points?
designated events to make them more
No,
more points.
maybe. And then, but you're not playing it as a play, like this is the structure with the playoffs. And I don't know, man. Is there a flaw in that in this system in general that there should be a playoff, or we're talking here about wins counting, and you shouldn't be penalized, for winning. You should be rewarded for that. Do you just end the season without the playoff format? Because
Well, I
are
think
we really
yeah,
are we crowning the best winner or the
I
best
think we're
player?
crown. I think that's why you can't drop the tour championship because you're crowning who was the most consistent. Because I mean, you got to look like in similar systems. You got to look at like, for instance, Formula One. Formula One, freaking Max Verstappen, he's just literally running through this shit. So he won the season. He's gonna win the cup. Like he's gonna win. He's gonna clean sweep it. So I feel like if they're going to have
Hmm.
a similar system to that, there cannot be this crazy weighted. Some wins are 250 FedEx points, but then other wins are 1,000. I feel like every PGA win has to be at least 500. You won on the
Yeah,
PGA, it's got to be 500. Batia won that off field event, it's got to be
yeah.
500. And then
Hmm.
the Scottish Open, that one that you did for the little merger between DP World Tour and PGA,
Right.
you make that elevated and you make that like 600, but you don't skew it to where it's like 500, 250. 250 doesn't make an input. That doesn't make
Like
enough.
you don't care. You don't care about the strength of field. You just think an event should be. Doesn't matter who's playing it.
Right. Because I mean, at the end of the day, a win is a win, and the bread is gonna stack. So why not make
Okay.
it that? Why not make that translate to the standings and stuff too?
So let's consider one more thing here. and just a question: who would you be disappointed if they won the FedEx Cup? So let's look at the top 10. And is there somebody that if they won
Brian
this,
Harmon.
you'd be like, what the hell?
Brian Harmon.
Just Brian Harmon.
That was the most fairy tale ass Open Championship win ever. Wyndham Clark
What about
randomly
what,
like what?
what about Matt Fitzpatrick? If
I don't
Matt
want to see him
Fitzpatrick
win.
won the
Period.
FedEx,
I don't want to see him win. Period.
you would be
And I saw
that would be disappointing, right?
it wouldn't be disappointing. It'd be weird. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. I have a weird dynamic with Matt Fitzpatrick because like
What
Matt
is that?
Fitzpatrick is a grinder. Love it,
Yes,
respect it.
yes.
But like, bro was a straight goofy in the freaking Netflix special that they did on golf.
Why is he a goofy?
I feel like
what
his
did I miss there?
his portrayal of himself was just like, I don't know. I guess he's just being European. I don't know. They do things different that way. He looked lame to me.
Like
He looked lame to me. Just personally,
he's a bit of a weirdo. He's a quirky dude. Anybody that makes notes on every single shot that they take in every single round
since
and
USM,
keeps
since
them,
they were like 15 on an Excel sheet at the house.
he's different, right?
Yeah,
You know, he's awkward. That's why, it talks about it speaks to a whole different dynamic about
right.
success and
But he plays
what
fast.
you get out of life.
He's prepared,
Yeah.
and I love it. That boy,
Yeah,
he do one little practice wiggle, like one position, we good,
and then he's ready to hit.
Steps up to the
So
ball.
you're torn, right?
I'm torn. Bro is weird. I can't have him winning, but like, kudos to Fitzpatrick for playing fast golf, knowing his stats, and like, I feel like he's so just he doesn't.
So you're
like
saying,
go ahead.
So anybody outside of the top 7, you're like, so Matt Fitzpatrick.
Because I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, then you got like fan favorites that's mixed in that 15 to 30, where it's like, yo, I just got crazy hot and I just deserve to win the tour championship. Don't give me no real money. I don't need 20 mil, but that little 8,
Okay,
give me that.
So let's walk our way back from 15, right? So Xander Schauffele generally plays pretty decently at East Lake.
Yep, at East Lake.
Disappointed? No wins this year. You're not disappointed if he somehow sneaks this out?
I'm not disappointed. Okay. Ricky Fowler, happy for him.
I think he deserved it. Yep.
Yeah. Random enough. Russell Henley. If he were to win it, I'd be like, yo, that's a crazy story. Let's get into it. Or like Tommy Fleetwood.
I like Russell. I've liked Russell Henley's game. He is just
forever. 100%.
He's just sneaky good. I remember when he first came on the scene, one in
rookie year,
Hawaii.
Yeah, in the Open, crazy.
And I saw, and he's just consistent, right? 100%. Like you just wouldn't think man would be at 12th at the end of the year, but here he is, right? One win. Yep. One win. I don't even know what event that was.
Exactly.
But one win this year. Let's see. What else? Who's up ahead of that? While I looked that up.
Tommy Fleetwood. If he got his maiden PGA victory, tour championship only though. Didn't win the whole thing. Just wanted to.
Okay, yeah, I would have respected.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think Tommy has that in him though. That's the problem.
Patrick Cantlay. I don't need you to win everything. Because then you're going to be like, bro, the system works. I'm going to keep playing 6-hour rounds. No, bro. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, brother.
So the win Bradley. For Russell, the win for Russell Henley, the Worldwide Technology Championship. No idea.
WTF, Rod.
No idea. I don't know.
Boy, that is a fall series event name if I ever did hear one, brother. Ooh.
That's crazy.
The Fortinet 5G LE Championship, boy.
Triple Gold Classic of Utah. I don't know.
Please. Please.
I do not know that one off the top of my head. Um,
No clue.
so who else we got here?
Um,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
on the
kind of
fence
back in
about.
the we're back in the main
Yeah,
group again.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I wouldn't mind. See, and like a guy like Max Homa, I'm on the fence about that. I wouldn't mind him winning
Oh
it
no,
all, but like I kind of see
no,
him just like, yo, I need you to just get that tour championship and get up out of here. I just need you to go ahead and win
nah.
the last one, and you good, bro.
I would.
Because that's how he plays.
I mess with Max, and I criticized him early in the year or kind of the last half of the year because after the West Coast swing, where he's from,
Yeah,
kind of disappeared. As we started
right.
moving
Yeah, he ain't got no
south.
Florida juice. No, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
and I don't know if he doesn't jive with the heat or what, but he was able to figure it out kind of the last half of the season, and bring it back around. And I hope that
Yeah,
I hope he's finding form again. I think he looked good, much of last week, and I think he can bring it
agree.
back around. So yeah, and Eastlake doesn't necessarily set up. I remember when they first started playing there, it felt like it played long as all get out, but it doesn't really feel like that anymore. Like
Right.
I think you can
Anybody
get
can win it.
around it no matter exactly. I think it's universal. It doesn't favor long hitters. Can it help you? Always, right?
Yeah.
But does it favor you or guarantee you that, a Brian Harmon would not be able to compete? Not at
Right.
all. So,
I feel like the only way that a player like Harmon, a player like Fitzpatrick, Fitzpatrick, he plays a low flight. He plays a low trash because he wants rollout. That's how he gets that distance. So when,
yeah.
those random times when Atlanta's just super wet, done got some rain off the coast somehow, some way off the Atlantic, then it becomes a oh, how long are you off the tee? What's that carry distance? Then you got to get into like, oh well, like Scotty's gonna be up there somehow, Rahm's gonna be up
Yeah.
there.
Well,
Then you go with those guys. Then you go with Viktor Hovland.
unless they, yeah, unless they water it in, um, it looks like it's going to be sunny most of the week, maybe a little overcast at some
Yeah.
points. The highest percentage of rain there over the weekend was like 22%, 20, and 24.
Oh,
So,
they're lovely. Then they're living.
yeah, it's going to be firm and fast. It's hilly. They're going to be able to bomb it.
Yeah,
We'll
you
see
catch the
who's
right
got
bounces, you get
their
to the bottom of the hill. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see who has the accuracy this week, and it'll be a good send off. I was a little sad, as preparing for this week's show, just thinking about, that there's really not going to be any active golf.